forearm guarding. Now, in our L stance position, with 70% of your weight on the back leg, our forearm guarding block is comprised of the hand position out in front and looking at the back of the hand. So the fingers are facing away. Okay. It's almost like you're saying stop to the person in front. This creates a barrier between you and your opponent. Now your other hand is across the body, but there is a gap in between your arm, okay, and your body. Now this is in case something hits this arm, okay, the force or the power from the kick or punch or whatever it is isn't transferred directly into your body. There is a buffer first for it not to hit your body, okay, but it can come back a little bit and still not hit the body. Okay, so this is a buffer away, but it is a guard nonetheless, protecting your middle against an attack. Okay, so with our hands in this position, as we step forward, remember we're in L stance. As we step forwards, look, we bring our arms up to the side. So behind and up. And as we step into position in our L stance, the hands start to make their way forwards again. Effectively, we've just changed our hand position from the left hand being in front to the right hand now being in front as I step forward. So here, look, the left hand is in front as we step forwards. Now the right hand is in front. Okay, it's exactly the same position as before. Now, the leg that's forward denotes which side you should bring both arms up to. So, if I step forwards, because this leg is in front, that's the side I need to bring my arms up to the side. It's coordinated so that as soon as this foot lands, the hands finish at the same time as the foot lands. Now, when we step forwards here from this position, okay, the arms come up slowly, okay, into position, but as soon as they start their journey into the final position, it's as quick as you can possibly make it. A lightning pace from this position to here. Now this is because if it were to guard against a kick or a strong blow, the speed of this technique will provide the momentum needed to deflect a kick or a blow away from you. Can you imagine the amount of power you would need to just deflect a kick? Okay, so these hands have got to be moving as quickly as possible from this position to our final position. And the timing is exactly the same. Whenever you put your foot in place, the block or the guard is in place at the same time. Okay, so this is a guard because it's in place the whole time. This is forearm guarding block. It is a type of block. A guarding block stays in place the whole time. So if we were sparring, my guarding block would be in place the whole time. Okay? If I were to just do like a low block or a rising block, that's only in place temporarily. But the guarding block is in place the whole time, just in case anything comes towards you. As soon as you drop your guard, you're vulnerable to attack. So your guard should stay. Just like a boxer, his guard stays by his chin the whole time. Okay? You don't see a boxer blocking like this. They have a guarding block the whole time. Okay? Same with our forearm guarding. So, from this position, the hand that ends up in front, the fingers are facing you, and they will turn outwards. Okay, this is the one where the hand is in front. So with the other hand, the fingers are facing away, and then they end up facing your fingers end up facing upwards, so you can see the underside of your arm when you're in the guarding block position. Now this takes some getting used to, especially learning which side to bring your arms up to. Okay? Remember, it's always the side with the leg that's forwards. Now, another thing about the guarding block, it's the most common move in Taekwondo. We do this move more than any others because every time we do a kick, we generally end up in this position. So all of the kicks are followed up by a forearm guarding block, which makes it the most common move that we do in Taekwondo. Forearm guarding. Chumi. Step your right leg back into L stance, forearm guarding. Hana. Forwards. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Two. Shot. Walking stance, reverse punch. So we've just done our obverse punch. Walking stance, reverse punch. Now previously we've done an obverse punch where we step forwards and punch with the same hand and leg. Okay? Now a reverse punch is just the opposite hand and leg. So whenever we step forwards with one leg, we just punch with the opposite hand. Okay. So, if we were to step forwards here, if I were to step forward with my right leg, I would punch with my left hand. Everything else is the same as the obverse punch, except you're just punching with the opposite hand. It still finishes at the same time. So as I step forwards now, I bring my hand back to the hip, because it was in the low block position, I bring it back to the hip, ready to punch. I bring the other hand out as a reaction hand, and as my foot touches the floor, then I finish the reverse punch. So watch as my foot touches the floor, that's when I let go of the punch from my hip. Remember, the action of the punch is it comes up and then turns over in the last few centimeters. Okay. We can also go backwards with our reverse punch. So stepping backwards in our walking stance. Do. Set. So, reverse punch just means opposite hand and leg when you're in a walking stance position. Walking stance, reverse punch. Chui. Step your right leg back into walking stance, low block. Hana. Step forwards from there. Reverse punch in walking stance. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Hana. Do. Banana.